this part, and I'll let you study.
I should probably pay attention.
You've been engineered with superhuman abilities, 5 powerful skills to level up and unleash upon the enemy. Agility. Collect agility orbs and supercharge your mobility. Move faster, leap higher, move the fight off the streets and into the air. Firearms. Take aim with any weapon to become a lethal sharpshooter. Use your sub-targeting ability to deal precision damage. Explosives. Throw grenades and other explosives to blow targets to smithereens. Deliver justice with a capital boom. Strength. Beat down the enemy to pump up your strength. Throw punches, kicks, or anything you can get your hands on. The stronger you become, the heavier objects you can throw. Driving. Commandeer criminal transport or borrow civilian vehicles and become a rolling machine of mayhem. I'm putting 10 minutes on the clock, Agent. Push your skills to the limit and show me what you've got. Your agency challenge begins now.
All right, so first things first, there was a bit of a lie there. Again, he said that there was 10 minutes on the clock for you, when in actuality, again, we're giving you 20. We want you to have a really good experience, and it's not like you're standing up playing this. We're sitting down, we're having a good time. So you got 20 minutes.
So I'm so ready.
Keep in mind, you know, while you briefly study the screen here, there's firearms, there's explosives, there's agility, there's driving. There are a multitude of ways to play, and it's all dependent on how you want to go. The only thing that I would suggest to you, my biggest thing to remember, is when you're targeting enemies, hit that left trigger.
Yep.
And make sure you're targeting enemies. Otherwise, you're firing all over the place, willy-nilly. It won't be a good look.
It kind of locks on. It's, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so within that lock-on ability is sub-targeting. Now, you'll see some enemies that are carrying around what looks like a riot shield and whatnot, but they'll have a little exposed space down by their legs. So you can aim at that enemy and then flick the right thumbstick down to aim at their legs.
Ah, clever,
so you can
okay.
sort of disable them, like you have in other shooters too. And they'll drop their shield and then it opens them up for more. So figure out which ways you can take out enemies, or you can just go straight in, like smash and run.
I was going to say I'm probably going to go ham, but I am going to sort of ask you for a bit of guidance.
Tap that B button. No, you know what's funny is it's very much how you want to play. So when we get in here, you'll see basically the view of the city, and yes, you can climb everywhere, you can jump everywhere. I've seen some people that just jump in and start firing. I've seen people jump in and go for orbs off the bat. It's your choice.
Okay. It
really is your choice, and I'll be curious to see how you handle it. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready,
we're
man.
about to go. Here we go.
All right. It looks so beautiful.
It's
okay.
Beautiful, right?
It's like it seems very calm and tranquil now, but I've noticed that as soon as you start moving, everything's so fast-paced.
Oh, yeah.
So these little red guys are all my enemies, right?
Yep, those are your enemies, and there are a lot of them on the map. So the thing to keep in mind is you are working for the agency, and your job is to reclaim the city from the forces of evil. So you can do that in a multitude of ways. There are these enforcer op stations that are around the city. Basically, they're strongholds, hard points, if you will. You can go in, you have to clear out every single enemy and oftentimes perform a secondary objective to clear that hard point. Now, once you do that, the agency will reclaim that section of the city. It's yours.
Okay. I know I'm playing on my own at the moment, but obviously there is sort of a multiplayer element. I just kind of wanted to touch on that only because I'm very, very excited. I know it's the first time you guys have introduced that in Crackdown as well.
So, a couple of different things. There is 4-player co-op.
Yep.
That is an experience that we kind of showed off in that trailer. I don't know if you noticed. There was a reason why we had 4 agents running around at once. There is going to be a multiplayer experience, and we've talked about it a little bit in years past. However, we're still going to be a tiny bit tight-lipped on it for a little while longer. This week we're talking about campaign. Multiplayer's coming soon. But
you know what, man? As long as I know that there is going to be co-op, that makes me happy.
No, co-op for sure. Co-op campaign is there, but that's separate from a competitive multiplayer experience or a different multiplayer experience.
No, I'll take that, man. I think that was one thing that was hoping that there'd be some sort of PvP in there, but nope, that's fine. We'll leave that one alone for today.
For sure.
So movement-wise, I know I've been told double jumping, and obviously you can glide across buildings and stuff. You can also climb. So she obviously hangs on to windowsills and things like that, I assume is what I'm looking for when it comes to climbing.
That's correct.
I've started with a few weapons. I've already decided, as of my last playthrough, that the shotgun's probably my favorite thing.
I noticed you hit this tower pretty quick. Are you going to go in and clean it out?
I'm probably not going to live through it, but
I say just go
you know what,
for
I'm
it.
going. You know what, man?
You said ham, right? Ham was the term we used. We're going ham.
So you said, actually, I don't need to do it with these guys, but with the guys that have shields, when we find one.
He had one, and you actually already knocked it out of his hands.
It's because I'm running. You just can't stop moving. It feels like if I stop moving, that's when I'm going to die. So
we had a question in chat: will there be agent creation? Well, if you notice, the agents are kind of already, you know, set up already as is. But
you do have options to kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw earlier on. I got to at least pick who I was playing. Okay. Here we go. Aha.
There you go, right?
Yeah,
you really
very
gotta
clever.
take him out. You're on that arm, and he's strong. And
why I
those
need
cars,
this
I will
shotgun.
tell you, I just did a run through right before this. Those cars are remorseless. Like, they will run you over in a heartbeat.
I
You're not there
realize
to
you can
protect
also
them.
like blow them up,
You can.
and
You very
they're
much can.
gigantic explosions.
You get strong enough, you can throw those cars and use them as weapons. You can use dead bodies as a weapon.
Okay, I'm not living through this.
You're doing all right, though. You're not dead yet.
If I die, what
You
what
just
is?
respawn.
Okay. All
There
right.
have been deaths. You won't be the first. There have been deaths. And if you want to get to your third weapon option there, you can press and hold the Y button, and it'll switch to it. And I will say it is a rocket launcher, and it goes boom, just a
You know
tad
what?
more.
So if I hold Y, yeah.
Yep,
okay.
there it is. And
Hit a
yes,
barrier?
The rockets go
No.
boom. Oh, oh.
You know what? Okay,
Down.
let's not
Down.
go into this area
Down.
first. That was a terrible idea. I'm not happy that you convinced me to do that.
So now that you've gone into that area and you see what it's all about, you can very much go through other areas and kind of build up your strength, and we'll revisit that, yeah?
Actually, that's one thing I was going to ask. So with like leveling up or being able to kind of upgrade, it's a matter of collecting
Orbs. Skills for kills is what you need to remember. That's the basis of this game. So on the left-hand side, you've got all your skills there.
Yep.
You've got agility, firearms, strength, explosives, and driving.
Okay.
So agility, you collect the green agility orbs that are floating around the city, like the one you're about to get that's just below you now. You can hear it. It's teasing you. It's teasing you. Firearms is another one. So if you get kills with firearms and you notice the blue that's there next to your submachine gun, it's letting you know that it's going towards that blue firearm skill.
Yep.
The yellow is explosive, and it goes towards that explosive skill. Strength, if you melee enemies with the B button and you hit them hard enough, once they die, you'll notice that red orbs flow out of them. Those increase your strength skill. So it's, again, skills for kills. Whatever you do to get your kills, you earn those points for
That's
it.
very,
Those
very
orbs, I
cool,
should
man.
say. Now, we've accelerated progression for the purpose of this demo, and you're starting at level 3. You'll probably hit level 5 in a couple and level 4 and the rest of them very quick. But the progression is always permanent, so as you play through a campaign experience, you're going to start at 1. Your agent's going to look tiny, like minuscule, definitely a rookie.
So visually, it kind of, that's
your
okay.
suit will evolve as well. Like once your agility goes up and your strength goes up, the suit kind of morphs with it.
Yep.
It's a pretty cool experience.
All right, these guys are up here, aren't they?
Yeah,
okay, so that's it. Yeah, okay, that's another collecting. Aha.
Now,
so
the first and second one, there are 500 agility orbs each. It's oh my goodness.
Now you can pick up and throw things. Can I pick up and throw a car? But I can't do that straight away, right?
You can once you get, I believe, to strength level 4.
Okay.
You can pick up and throw a car.
And that requires me.
That requires you
Just-
to melee enemies.
I have to punch people.
You can
All
pick
right.
up light
All right.
poles and swing them at them. It's
I can pick up
basically-
other, like,
You can pick
enemies and throw enemies
You
at
can
enemies.
pick up dead
It's-
bodies and throw enemies at enemies. That's correct. You can
All right.
do that.
I would like to just. Where's this guy gone? And his.
Here, you want a fun one? If you jump, do that double jump, and then when you're at the height of your jump, press and hold the B button.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's behind me.
And there's a ground pound.
Very
there
cool.
go the red orbs. That's a great way to build that strength up pretty quick.
Amazing. Is that and is that considered melee?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's a strength-based attack. So the beautiful thing is you could jump into a crowd of enemies, do that ground pound, and it actually knocks them back too. Clears out a little space for you. Oh yeah.
I
See,
can
this
still
is where you we borrow from the civilians. Borrow. And we destroy public property in the wake.
So what is the significance of the cars? I'm like, obviously
there's
I can pick
different
them
ways
up
to
and throw them at
traverse the
people.
terrain.
I can
This
blow
city
them
is
up.
actually pretty darn big. I want to say, oh look where you're going back.
Yeah, I can't help
To give
myself.
the orders
Look at
to
all the red,
coordinate
all the
local
red
events.
arrows,
They're
man.
there.
It's
Shut it
roaring me
down.
to this area.
So the city map-wise, if we're talking versus Crackdown 1, I do believe it's about twice the distance, and there's lots of places to get. So it's really, do you want to jump rooftop to rooftop, which is fun as hell, or you can, you take a vehicle. That's the beauty of it.
see, this
I don't
guy.
know. You better get that shotgun out or use your fists.
I'm still like, it's the melee thing that I'm too scared to get near any of these guys.
Tap that B button. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, she's
And you're pretty
got.
strong.
Are there any melee weapons?
There are
We have a question in chat.
melee weapons, but I would say it's more so about what you can pick up and use
Leo.
yourself.
Leo N30, yeah. So it's mainly sort of picking up things and hitting people with things.
Now we've got a certain set of weapons that are in here, and there's more that will be in the final game.
Yep.
But you know, we'll reveal those in due time. We can't show off everything right now.
I was going to say, guys, we are actually taking questions. So for anyone that is in chat, if you guys want to know anything, we are more than happy to sort of answer your questions. I'm just running around, and you know what? No, we're going to avoid that place.
Well, yeah, here's another one. You can start out. It's a great starting spot.
This is a little bit less hectic, at least.
There you go. So in this enforcer station, there you go.
That's a level up, right?
Skill. So now you'll do more damage with your firearms.
Okay. I like the idea that depending on how you play, you can kind of spec your... So if you like the melee thing and you like getting into people's faces, the more you do that, the better you're going to be at it,
really
right?
Quick. Yeah. See, for me, I'm all about explosions. I very much liked explosions.
I must say, I did accidentally shoot a bunch of cars, and that was pretty satisfying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Beautiful.
The boss 2 was asked, will the achievements... I'm probably going to die reading this question, but will the achievements be fun and ridiculous like in the first and second games?
I'll say this, and this answer is going to apply to a lot of questions that we're not ready to talk about yet. We'll get to the achievement list, but the team is very passionate about Crackdown.
Yeah.
Making Crackdown. They want it to be an experience that feels very familiar and also unique at the same time. So there's some things that we definitely appreciate from the older games. And achievements is one of those. And of course, there will be achievements. What they will be exactly, we shall see. But I know it's in good hands. Tons of fans. You can't believe how many times we would just be running around the office shouting out, "I can see my house from here," which was a line that was said once you got an achievement for climbing all the way to the top of the agency tower in the first game. So again, good hands. There will be some crazy stuff. What exactly, we shall see.
Whether this is going to... Yeah, okay.
Do it. And it takes them down.
This, I'm so impressed with the graphics and how, like, it feels so arcadey and so fast-paced, man. And it looks beautiful, and it runs so well. Oh, see, yeah, that was a car explosion then.
Crackdown doesn't... It's not that it doesn't take itself seriously, but it understands that it is fun. It is all about the boom, right?
So when are we going to get to experience Terry Crews?
We shall see when we reveal the Terry Crews information. However, I will say that no later than November 7th, since that's when we launch.
True, very true. Also, just I guess going on to the Xbox One X, how is this game kind of utilizing what the Xbox One X is going to be able to do?
So on the One X, it'll be able to run 4K. We are targeting for 30 frames a second, simply because that was a design choice that we made. We feel that the game really moves very well at 30 frames. So really it's that. It's being able to see across the city. It's being able to climb those ridiculous heights and see so many things, you know, versus like with draw distance and things that are populated in the city, and doing it at 4K as well.
Dude, it looks incrable at the moment.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's really making me rethink my living room and the things that I'm going to have to do to play this game the right way.
All right. What can you tell me actually about the enemies that I'm fighting? I mean, obviously, that's a similar thing to the first couple of games. Are there any differences in who these kind of groups are at all?
Very much so. You'll notice, you know, in the first one you were definitely fighting gangs, right? That was the main focus. And the second one there was also zombies. And this one, actually at that metro station that's just back there with the pink writing, or excuse me, the purple writing on the building. Yeah. There's another like robotic group, but in essence it's the same thing. You're still trying to clear out the bad. Yeah. And you know, bring in the good. So there's these groups here that kind of run the city, and they've corrupted the city to such a point where they run everything. You think almost, I use the term lightly, like mafioso type, right? Yeah. Where in this particular area, it's Liv Sorensen, the head. Yep. And as you clear out these enforcer stations and whatnot, you take away her influence in the area, and you reclaim it for the agency. So a ton of different enemy groups. Yeah, it just mixes it up a little bit, I guess, man, right? Very much. So Candied Mango, hey man, will agency vehicles morph with driving upgrades? You shall see. I mean, they did in the last two games. I'm not saying anything here, but again, it's a very passionate team that understands what makes Crackdown Crackdown. How many like weapon variations and stuff are there? I've noticed actually, I haven't done it this time around, but there are weapons I can pick up off enemies. Some of them are ones I already have. Some of them are just some around. I can collect. There's actually one in the top left corner there. See that, okay, let's get this first. Here's agility.
Oh, the green one?
So in this
No.
build, I believe I don't know the actual hard number of weapons, but there are a lot of varying weapons. And again, there's so many ways to fight. Everything becomes a weapon. A human
Oh,
body.
that one up the top of there, right? Okay, yeah.
There's one on the top right too.
So, well, that's just right. That's just it, right? Like that big fist slam that I did as well. I mean, I don't need a gun for that, really, do I?
Not at all. So
I
let's
could
see.
literally build myself to just be full on melee if I wanted to, correct?
You could do that.
That's brilliant,
You very
man.
much could do that. All right, so you've got this pulse beam here. It is an explosive weapon. Try it out.
Where's this dude shooting at me from?
There's one down there. See that
He's a
red?
bit too close, though, isn't he? Oh, too far away. Let me go. We can get a bit closer, I think.
Oh yeah.
That got their
So it
attention.
burns them. It burns them viciously.
Ammo, nice.
Busting enforcer skulls.
Oh yeah,
It
aim and throw 'em at his
never
friends.
gets old.
There you go. It actually took. Oh,
Oh, nope.
yep, that fall.
That,
there.
well, that's considered melee.
Yes, that is a strength-based kill. So that skill goes up.
Oh my god. I'm still like, I'm trying so hard not to go back to that area that we were in before.
Go straight. Keep going straight
I'm
down that
very
road. You see that
tempted.
purple sign?
Yep,
That metro
okay.
station. Go over there, and you will see some fun enemies.
All right, let's do that.
Here we go. So in this area, if you kill the boss, it actually instantly gets rid of all the other enemies that are around.
And he would be the one up the
Yeah,
top there.
That will have a shield. Just throwing that out there. And this is where you're going to
He
see
looks
these robotic
frightening.
enemies.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. All right, so we're seeing something a little bit different to what I've just been experiencing then, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, let's, oh, dear me. Okay. How do we get around this shield? Is he gonna, you know what?
What would you try? What would you want to try?
I kind of want to go and just punch him, and he seems to
I'm
actually have
gonna
the
say
same...
that's a great idea.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, well that
But now that he's about to get up,
brilliantly. Now I can
gotta
just
stay
burn
on,
him
'cause
with
the
my
shield's
laser.
coming back.
Aha.
Heal up, agent.
it's good to hear when like your first thought process is the correct one. I was so
Right?
happy you said I kind of want to punch him. I'm like, great,
Oh,
no, that's
okay,
gonna
no,
work.
this is going terribly wrong.
Dash out of there. Oh. It's all right. It's all right. Back into
It's
it.
still the movement, like I'm still kind of getting used to. You can go
Oh, yeah.
so fast, man. I think that's what just
And that's the
I
thing,
love
we-
about it is that like it's so quick.
We understand that we put you in an experience that
It's just chaos.
you're just going. Yeah, you're just going. No training. We're just going at it.
To be honest, it doesn't help that I'm talking to you the whole time.
No, yeah.
I'm going to use that as my
Oh,
excuse.
my
It's
game
a
face on
distraction.
stream is real. Sometimes I'll forget that I'm streaming and I just do this one.
I know, that's just it. It's concentration face. You have to kind of learn to...
Talking and playing is probably the toughest thing to do.
It is, man. You get used to it, but... Multitasking.
Oh yeah, it's rough.
Public service.
So you're doing well. You're doing well. We got about 6 minutes
As
left.
soon as I have to... Oh, hang on. Expert Nils says, on Xbox One X, will you have an option to choose 60 frames per second with lower resolution instead of 4K?
We are going 4K 30.
Heal up.
That's what it will be.
The game, it looks amazing, man.
Yeah, that particle
Ooh,
beam.
that one shook loose the cobwebs.
I
love
love
voice
the
of
commentary.
agency
It's
talking
so
mess.
brilliant.
Talking mess the
I know
entire
they are.
time.
They're just talking smack the whole time. It's brilliant, man. I think this is just going to be a lot of fun to play with mates, but I'm just enjoying running around on my own just as much. Is it going to be different sort of things that you're going to be doing? Like, obviously there's co-op, so I can play play with my mates, but is there sort of like I'm assuming it's kind of like a story-based type.
Very much, very much. There's a reason why you're doing all of this, and that sort of unfolds the further you get along in the campaign.
Yep. And for a lot of guys, I know that they're sort of happy that the single player, you can actually play that offline as well.
That's correct. Yes, the single player is an offline experience, so we talked again about multiplayer and destruction. That one needs to be online in order to handle all that computing.
Yep.
But
no,
more on that later.
That makes sense, man. Xbox Gamer Dad says, will we be getting different editions of the game?
We will have details on pricing and availability down the road. Down the road. That's one of those, yeah, oh, I'm good. See, look, deflect. My marketing manager loves me.
It's all right.
No, we shall see. And again, we're all fans, right? We're all gamers at heart, so you want to make the coolest package possible, and you see what you can do.
All right, look, there looks like a big... no, is this the same group of enemies? It's not. All right, let's do this.
Horses nearby.
Oh, Ezzy says
Stay
hello.
alert.
Hey, Ezzy.
Hit him if you see him.
There you go. Yep, see, one by one. Look at that car coming straight at you.
So I've got my laser weapons, I've got some rocket launchers and stuff like that. Are you still going to have access to everything to begin with, or is this... The further in you get to the game, I'm assuming there might be some special weapons or some more OP things you might be able to come
find some
across later
bigger
on.
and better things as you go, and some of them are, you know, tied to the ability to reach them or to even use them.
Yeah.
It's like the car, using the car as a weapon. You can't pick it up till you're strength level 4. You might not be able to find a weapon until you can jump high enough to get to it.
Yep. And I guess you kind of... you want people to explore. There's so much exploration, and there's just stuff sort of hidden everywhere. I mean, I'm kind of just running around because I'm talking to you. It's making it hard to concentrate.
But it's totally fine.
Yeah, but like I can see all the little beams of light all over the place. I'm just getting run over by cars whilst I'm talking to you.
Oh, hey, the cars are
They are.
ruthless.
You shoot, they fall.
So, but I mean, are they not on my side though? Should they not be running these other guys?
You know what? They're worried about
me?
player 1. That's it. And unfortunately, you're not player 1 in their minds.
I have blown up about 4 cars, and I have stolen someone's car in the last 10 minutes. So
no,
yeah,
you borrowed. Look, verbiage, right? Deflect. You borrowed. The agency needs you. That's what you do. You spin it.
All right, let's.
I'm like, don't forget about that ground pound. Knock them all off the building.
I can melee, can't we?
Yeah. Oh.
I punched something. Does
yep,
that
and it blew up. Yep. So there are, you know, batteries that are around. Actually, you can go back into that area.
Okay.
There he is.
Look at him. He's just waiting for
Napier,
me.
yep.
Okay.
So I'd almost say,
Die,
yeah, I was like, maybe equip those rockets. Hit him with the good one. He's behind you now. There you go. Getting that health back.
I was gonna say, can I regenerate a shield? Like I can.
Yep, the shield will pop up. You'll see it turn to blue. There you go.
All right.
All right, 2 minutes left. Let's see if we can get through this area.
I just don't want him to have a. If I hit him with, I've got one. I have one rocket. I have one chance.
Let it fly, because you've got reloads. Oh, but that shield. Beautiful.
Watch yourself.
Beautiful.
How is? Oh, okay. Look. If I could, no. I was so close. So close. Dr. Marta, hey Jess, having fun? Yes, I am. And will the harpoon...